Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Mad Max here on the PC. And no one tell him that this is how the episode started, but I just wanted to wish a special congratulations to Patikin, who as of this sentence has just finished out the entirety of a game called Sackboy: A Big Adventure on the PlayStation 5. That's with a little like Sackboy character from Little Big Planet. I really had a fun time watching that, but I don't want him to know that. So no one tell him that that was the very first topic of conversation here on the stream. He just finished up the whole thing and got like the secret world and so forth. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hit resume. We gotta move off to a different topic because he might show up later, and I don't want him to know that I'm really proud of him for finishing that up. Patikin loves to go for 100% in games. I don't think that we're gonna go for 100% in this game, but I could be convinced otherwise.
Can you feel it? Huh? We're ready for the jaw. Ready as we'll ever be.
So, before we go to the jaw, let me ask a question, because we just shot or threw like some of those, at this moment in time, some of those, what are they called? Like thunderpoons or whatever? They're basically the explosive javelins. And I don't have all of my shivs, and I kind of feel that if I go back to Gutgash's territory, I will get them back. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of sightseeing here before we go to the jaw or any place else. So this is episode 8. I have been looking forward to playing more Mad Max for several days. As tends to start off so many of our episodes, I would really enjoy playing this game more frequently and for longer periods of time. The same thing goes for 13 Sentinels. Hold on, talking some.
More frequent.
Then this car will need more work.
There is Pink Eye, an ancient lady of war and racing. Touched by the angel, her machines are truly gifted.
Oh, hello to Mia. Yep, nope, just started. Mia ran the uptime command. Just got started. You're coming in right at the very, very beginning of episode 8, and somebody's over here. I really want to, you know what I want to do? We've been tooling around in this car for a while. I want to get the parts for a new car. However, I feel like they're locked behind story progression, so it may not happen this episode. I'm just sort of setting a long-term goal. Hello.
You, for sparing me, I shall say this. To pass that jaw, you will need real thunder, real explosives.
Really got Schrodinger's binoculars there. They may or may not exist in her hand, depending on whether or not the character model is flickered into existence at the time that you look.
I don't mean to question your saintly methods, but the angel calls for our holy work to go on.
So, what I call for our holy work to go on is we want to stop this, whatever it's called, convoy. This is our topic. All right, go this way. Okay, remind me, how do I get that loser off? Okay. So we want to get the ram-headed car up there at the very front. And Mia, if you have thoughts on the volume levels, this game has been particularly challenging to balance. Sounds fine to me on this end, but what really matters is what's on stream. Okay, so I want to make sure that we're set to the harpoon, because come on, man. Usually the lead car there has some things that we can yank apart and expose. Why is it? Oh, whoops. Nope, get off. Without using a weapon. Wait, do I have a weapon I can use to get them off the car? Because I'll use the weapon. That wasn't a point of pride. I was fully prepared to use a weapon to get them off. All right, nope. Well, maybe. That really looks like I should just be able to shotgun its fuel tank, yeah? Oh, boo. Well, I can shotgun that guy's fuel tank. I thought. Oops. Maybe I should have yanked it off with the harpoon. I've got not all of the bullets left, so let's be a little bit judicious in that. No, aim it that guy right there. No, the giant red tank there. You won't even look at, huh? Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, I understand. There's lots of targets, but I care about... Nope. So Max doesn't, with the auto-targeting or, like, auto-locking, doesn't always hit the thing that I want him to hit. I see that scarecrow. We're gonna blow right past that. Mia says the vroom vroom is pretty loud, but that she can still hear. Hopefully it's okay. I know that Carol Luna's also been very good at feedback. Let's see how he feels if he comes on. Yes. Okay, well, I appreciate you torching your friends, but... Where'd you go? Whoops. Get out of my way!
See? He slithers off! Snake!
Now, if you look down at the bottom right, I still have a little... Whoops. Oh, well, it shut me up.
She's about to blow! Victory!
Okay, buddy, put that fire out for me, okay?
Quickly.
I don't think I can drive again. See it at the bottom right? See, like, the engine or whatever? I think it has to be green before I can get back into it. Oh, man. I am very happy that this guy is here. What is his name? Chumbucket? That he's here to do these repairs. But I wouldn't... I'm concerned that the whole thing just reset.
Here comes a mighty duster!
Mia says, I imagine Carol Luna might suggest the game volume be reduced by a hair. So let's touch on that right now. We'll just sort of... Oh, you know what? I don't think I should have opened this up because it tends to... We're just going to take it down just like a full decibel or so. Not too much. What I found is that alt-tabbing out of this game specifically, and yes, I did see the scrap on the ground there. I'm not going for it. If I alt-tab to any other window for any reason, that's when the cutscenes and whatever get squirrely. And we might get some cutscenes because I do intend to go to the Jaw today. I'm gonna go to the... Oh, yeah, you know what? I bet Mia would really enjoy this game now that I think about it. Lots of bumper cars, and like authorized bumper cars. Like, it's one of the big things in the whole game. If my harpoon recharges, I might try to... Wait, why did it stop? I pulled the door off, but I didn't think that that was going to be a crippling blow. Oh, bullshit! No, I had that guy lined up. Okay, get out, get out, get out. But, no, shoot this. All right, now hopefully I can just sort of like wear down their patience and they'll get out to have a punch fight. Oh, those passengers weren't so bystandery now. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think that that was going to be like an advantage to doing that. But yeah, let me glaive these guys apart. Oh, you fucker. He tricked me by using the reverse gear. I want at least one severed body part to happen here. Boo, no dismemberment. All right, so everyone's dead. So I can shoot this with a shotgun shell, but then I've only got the two, right?
Might be.
Yeah, sure, install that one up front.
It's beautiful.
Oh, wait. Something exciting has happened. Hold on just 1 second. Patikin just raided over. Patikin! And Mia saying that even the small reduction in volume helps. Hopefully the volume is still available. Patikin, thank you so much for the raid, and hello to everybody coming over. You caught us in the middle of, as we tend to go, a big action sequence. Patikin, do not... I'm just letting you know, do not listen to the beginning of this episode. Do not go back to the beginning of episode 8 and listen to the very beginning. I was not saying very nice things about you or congratulating you on having finished the Sackboy: A Big Adventure on the PlayStation 5. That's not how we decided to start this episode, and anyone who says otherwise is a scurrilous liar. Hello to I Am Hybrid, but no, for real. Patikin, thank you very much for the raid, and congratulations on, I believe, finishing the game. I got a chance to listen to some on my commute, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. You guys, it was a... It's a real day at work, but a lot got done and it's okay. And hello to Psycho 4136. I am Hybrid wasn't in the raid. Okay, well, nonetheless, hello to you, Psycho. So let me ask you a question, because I did see on Twitch, and it's one of those tweets that I was very uncomfortable liking, because the content of the tweet was, I won't be able to stream for a while because my capture card is You were saying that your capture card isn't working properly. So, first of all, if you stream anything from PC at all, if there's anything that I can assist with to help be able to stream from OBS or OBS Studio, and I can't volunteer his time, but if you were using XSplit, then either Tashir or Azaric, I feel like know that program pretty well, so that would allow you to do some streaming without any capture card involved at all. Aside from just that, I'm really sorry to hear that the capture card stopped working. I don't get to catch near as many of your streams as I would like, and I feel really bad that the streaming would have to be paused for any reason. So anyway, I was very sorry to hear that. Hold on, I really messed that up. Storm is approaching. We gotta get out of here. But I want this scrap. And you guys, I know, I'm just acknowledging right now, I know it's like 7 scrap. It's like barely worth it. I should just leave. I'm gonna die if I stay here. Yeah, let's go pull down that scarecrow that I couldn't pull down before. Patikin does confirm that he's fully finished Sackboy today, as well as all the solo stuff. And Psycho says, I might have to reach out to Tash about XSplit to see about that then. Yeah, so, yeah, I personally, we use... See, this is very, very loud. This is not helpful. Hold on a second. Let me just pull with vehicle. There we go. Now, there is some scrap up there from having pulled that over. Oh, no, wait. Well, whether there is or not, there's some scrap over there. See it bouncing along in the storm? So we're going to go see if we can get that. Pull with vehicle. Okay. I'm pulling. Now, the thing about the storm, I don't know what, if anything, will cause it to end, except for time. I'm not even sure that it's something that we can, like, get some distance from. So I'm going to try to get out of this and see if we can break it open. Ow. This may have been one of the not great ideas. Break open. Hold on. No! I still have half health. I have not learned from my mistakes. It's just, I'm just a little on fire. Kick open. Get it. That's 100 scrap. That's 260 scrap. No. Get it. Don't die. Get. Okay. Hey, Chum Bucket, can you aim that fire extinguisher over this direction, please? Oh, and Patikin resubscribed. Patikin, thank you so much. I've definitely got to pause it. Let me just see here. It's very loud, you guys. Psycho said that he reached out to Avermedia, so I should get some answers, as it appears to be a bad driver download that I need to wait to refresh it and install properly. So one option, and Mia, thank you very much for highlighting that message, and Patikin, thank you so much for the resubscription. Why do I not see it in this display? Because I saw the raid. Oh, there it is. No, my raid isn't bullshit. That is very true. Truer words have never been spoken, at least not during this episode. Patikin, thank you so much for the resubscription. I need to get out of here. So, where do you go to wait out a big storm? I'll tell you what. I'm going to go back to Gutgash's territory because I don't know what I've got at Jeets, but I do know that over here I have access to materials to completely refill my ammunition and stuff. And also, I did see a reference to, like, it's only like 7 scrap, and I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I did bail. I should read that in its entirety out loud. But what I didn't realize is the blowing around scrap crates that you find in a storm are worth like 300 at my current level, like 390 scrap. That's ridiculous. Oh, really? Am I going to have a fist fight with these guys? I'm not averse to it. I just, can I have this, maggot? Eat the maggots. Yeah, I got most of my health back. That was worthwhile. Alright, hold on. We gotta figure these out. They're very dodgy, so you gotta be careful of that. Dodge. Punch. Okay, I think there's one more. There is not. Okay. So we just grab that. See that, by comparison, that was 14 scrap total that I just picked up. So the crates blowing around in the storm are absolutely worth my time. All right, let me just... Yes, I'm, Patikin, I have no doubt that I was all manner of complaining about hot bullshit, but I very much appreciate the raid. I wonder what was happening at the exact moment that I said bullshit. Probably some sort of cartoonish failure on my part. Ouch. And boost. Now, we don't have our cleanup crew in this area, so if I want that scrap, I gotta get out. I know, it's like maybe a dozen scrap at most. Go, get it. That was 6. No! Dodge! I know a lightning strike. I know a video game lightning strike when I see one. Alright, can I reach in here and get that? Okay. That was a total. That was exactly 1 dozen scrap. And all I had to do was reach into a burning car wreck to do it. Alright, we gotta get out of this storm, so I'm gonna try to get back to... No more detours, no more scrapping, let's just get out of this. Wait, I've changed my mind, because see that, I just recognized this icon over here? This is another scrap pile. Like a scrap, whatever it's called. Storm scrap thing. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attach the harpoon to it, and then see if we can drag it with us. Because there's no need to get out when my health is 3/4 gone. I just have to get a little bit closer to it. Got it. Okay, that's not cool. As long as the tether doesn't break, I'm good. Let's all try to keep one eye on that rope line. Oh, is it passing? All right, that's great. Hopefully I'm far enough away from that sniper tower. My character is not in the mood to take a bullet. All right, will this one be as good as the last one? You know what? Let me drink some water. Drink. Patikin saying, ah, silence, thank God, I remember those storms. Yeah, those are intense. So, Oh, hello to Azric, who says, hey, ya Angel and Peeps. I hope everybody's Monday was good. It was fine. Look at how much scrap. Look at that. 130. Another 130. That's 260. That's 390. Wow. So, Patikin saying that he actually turned his volume down when the storms would roll around. I'll tell you the most tempted I have been to turn the volume down. It's when a baby is crying in The Sims. Like The Sims 2, The Sims 3 in particular. Man, when those guys get going, it is, you'll do pretty much anything to make that sound stop. Yeah, whatever. I'm still here. You dinged up my car, but what's-his-face is just gonna fix it. The thing is, I don't turn the volume down, because in the real world, if there's anything that I would like from The Sims, it's an increased, like higher difficulty levels and stuff. And do I like listening to a baby cry? No, it's awful. Shut up, baby, stop crying. It's just shut up. But if I turn down the volume when the baby's crying, it feels weirdly like cheating. I just don't like it. He's saying, just turn the knob, be quiet, baby. I can't. It's very, very tempting, but I figure, like, if in some small way, if I can build up my irritation level for, like, dealing with a fictional baby, then when I have to deal with real babies, I will have, like, already established that tolerance. Because parents get used to it eventually, like, right? Like, parents have to stay up all night because their baby has colic or whatever and won't stop screaming, and it's just constantly just inconsolable for hours. They don't have the luxury of turning down the volume. So, I don't know. I that's my thought on it. Now, that said, as tends to happen, I have no, like, if somebody else said, oh yeah, I totally turned the volume down. Sure, man, have at it. Your time should be fun. So before we go on, because there is chat happening, I just want to make sure that, like, if Psycho shared anything more about what happened to the capture card or whatever. We did reach out to AverMedia. Nothing new since then. With the loudness, haha Mia. There's the silence. Yeah, Azric, I hope that you also had a good Monday. All right, so I don't need to go back here, but I want to refill my volume before wherever we're going. And let me go see. We're going to go talk to the Wastelander about this encounter. So, one thing that the game is sort of directing me towards is...
I believe the people of old used them to fly, or some such nonsense. I do not believe it.
I need water. Also, we need to stop at, like, a watering hole. But the game is directing me towards the Jaws, which is, like, the next major, like, base that we're gonna have to overthrow. Oh, man, somebody's shooting at me again. I wanted to eat this Dinky D dog food. Does anybody know where that's coming from? Is it that place over there? Nope. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's over there. All right. Wastelander, I'll be right back. After I somersault for a while, I just need to go deal with something. Wait, can I just, I have a sniper rifle. Can I use that? Where's the, yeah. So how do you do this again? Aim. Zoom. Shoot. Hold on, somebody else is still doing this too. Is there another one, a guy up there? Aim. Zoom.
That's dangerous.
Shoot. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully that saved me a trip. I'm gonna Y to exit. I have almost... Patikin, you probably use a sniper rifle all the time. I practically never use this. Chivalry says, to be fair, you can quiet a baby up, but it's permanent. Well, not if you go the cough syrup route. I know that some parents do that. I just... Ugh, that's... I don't think I could ever do that.
Not
I'd want to go up against pervy Rimjobby. Make sure to hit him with your best clobber and cutting melee weapons. He bleeds easy when you melee him.
The central position of this camp makes it very important for Scrotus. It is defended by the top dog, Rimjobby. Intel says he is weak against melee weapons. I think that's a general human trait. Heavy perimeter defenses. Watch out for boomers. There's an alternative entrance on each side of the main gate. There's a loot location beneath Top Dog Arena. Oh, okay. And that's it. Well, we've already started dismantling the defenses, but I have some real concerns about going to go do this. I don't have any water, which means if I take any more damage than I have, I don't have a way back from it. I want to go get some water. So we're going to go over here. And this is, by the way, I love this in like open world games where it's like, well, I'm close to something, but it's unwise for me to do this. If you can just do anything at any time, it doesn't feel like any of it really has consequence. But when you know that you're going into a dangerous situation, it can say, let me go prepare real quick. I Am Hybrid says, the weather is nice. Hold on, let me just double check here. As Rick says, this conversation right now. More Than Mia says, my guys are showing their dark side when it comes to babies. Well, not as dark as Mia's side. Have we ever full-on shared the story of Mia playing The Sims 2? Let me just say that if you have ever watched Mia's streams in any way, then Mia playing The Sims 2 went exactly the way that you think that it did. I should really leave her to tell the story. But I'm going to tell it anyway. Mia decided to decorate her entire house. She had two Sims. It was like a single parent and a little kid. And Mia decided to decorate their entire house as though it was like Dayglow 1960s Austin Power vibrant things. And within the first 6 hours of in-game time, they did not make it to their first night at home before a house fire took both of their lives. And Mia spent probably as much time creating and decorating the grave site as she did the actual house. She really wanted people to know this is what happens if I'm in charge of your life. Dodge. Okay, can you stop, like, doing your unblockable? Oh, I get a shiv back. Yeah, because the other thing I'm going to want is not just water, but actually weapons. I've got one shiv and one shotgun shell. That's not really enough to break open the centermost location that's so important to everybody. Vatican said, this is how we go from loud sandstorms to babies. Well, I mean, it seems like a natural comparison point to me. One is like the natural sandstorm is extremely loud. It has lightning strikes. It has blowing debris. There's a lot of value that you can get out of it if you can just find a way to survive your way through until morning. And the baby is just fucking loud. Baby, god damn it. I get it. Wah. We heard it. Pick a different key, man. See, the baby doesn't have blowing scrap. The baby isn't worth 900 or 600, 390 scrap or whatever it is. Oh, look at this. The water that I came for. So, you guys, I need to complain about the beach. The beach is a, I don't know when it came out, and I don't care. The Beach is a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. It has Tilda Swinton and Robert Carlyle, and if that sounds like a good time, then that's why I need to warn you about The Beach. This came up because, for some goddamn reason, everyone in the world talks about that movie all the time like it was worth a damn, and I'm here to correct that record. The Beach is a terrible movie. It is, it is a masterclass in all of the things that you can do wrong to make a movie that is about nothing. Things happen and characters exist, and you can even recount in a way that sounds like it makes sense, a logical progression of events, but none of them connect to any one of the other things. So it's all just a giant pointless pile of things that happened with absolutely no narrative through line or like thematic cohesion to it at all. It's a very bad movie, and I would urge everyone watching this now or in the future to avoid watching The Beach. It's also possible that if I attempt to recap it, I will at some point call it The Island, because it is also on an island, but I don't, that's like some other thing. That's like The Prisoner or something. I don't know. So if I ever call it that, just make sure that I am talking about The Beach. Also, I'm not talking about the M. Night Shyamalan movie, which is about a beach. I don't think that that has any similarity at all, except for the existence of sand. But I feel like that was why people were talking about The Beach most recently. Like, oh, this looks like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look anything like that. No, it, like, the only way that you get there is if you say that Splash, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and The Beach and Old are all the same movie because they all have general similarities because sand is in them. Oh, you know what's another movie that has that? The Mummy. There you go. They're all the same movie. It's a genre. It's called movies with sand. Hey, Ben-Hur had some sand in. I guess that's exactly the same as this Leonardo DiCaprio piece of shit. So first of all, just A. It has nothing to do with Old or any other goddamn thing. It is a standalone piece of garbage. Secondly, I know that it's based on a book. I haven't read the book. Maybe the book is good. I don't know. In order for the book to be good, it would have to be about something, because The Beach is about nothing. So I don't know how much we're going to be able to get into this. The Beach is about Leonardo DiCaprio, whose name is Richard. So if you hear me say Richard, I'm talking about the same guy. But Leonardo DiCaprio, I don't know how much money he actually has. I feel like it is implied that Leonardo DiCaprio comes from money, and because he's wealthy and bored, has the luxury to just sort of like slum it. Basically go to areas of the world that are more adventurous, and he can just sort of like not worry if he gets robbed or slashed or whatever. He's just sort of like in Bangkok to hang out, and he's bored. He's bored with his life, and he's bored in Bangkok, and he's living in this like, you're staying in this super filthy roach-infested motel, and hold on, Shiv Punisher. But like, he's not there for any reason. He describes himself as a traveler, but like, he's not on vacation, which is what sort of troubles me. Everything about his demeanor makes it feel, and he doesn't say this at any point. This is not clarified, but all of his dialogue makes it feel like he's one of those people that, oh, hold on, I gotta deal with this guy before he explodes. Let me just get away from Roman Candleman. All right, now we can finish the fight. This fight is way easier while you guys are on fire, just so you know. It feels to me like he's like a disaster tourist or something. Like, oh man, oh, it's so boring being wealthy and white. I'm gonna go to a place where like different people live who are more economically depressed, and that's how I'm gonna spend my off time. I want to have some spice in life. Like, he's not going there to connect with the people, like, at all. He's not exposing himself to a new culture. He just wants to like gawk at them. This is how I feel about it. Now, the narration doesn't say that, so let's be clear. The narration says, like, well, everywhere that people go, they're just looking for the same old comforts. We travel halfway across the world to watch TV and eat at McDonald's. Maybe it's just the fact that this character is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, because we finished 2 projects. By the way, I didn't even look at which ones. We'll figure it out. But that's cool, because I'm always not finishing projects in this game. And now I've finished 2. So that's pretty good. Anyway. So Leonardo DiCaprio is just like fucking there, and he's not there for any reason. He didn't come here for anything. He's just like, man, I'm bored. I want to go do something new. So he goes to like, he sort of, and here's the thing. Here's the great thing. He doesn't go someplace and learn something. He's literally hanging out in his roach-infested room when Robert Carlyle sort of like breaks in from the door, from the off the room next door at this hotel and says, hey, do you have anything to smoke? And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, no. And Robert Carl's like, oh, I do. And so the two of them, he doesn't go into his room. They sort of like pass a blunt back and forth between like this hole that Robert Carlyle's like ripped in the window. And while they're doing this, Robert Carlyle says in, like, I could catch every third word. Effectively he says, hey, man, there's a beach. And at this beach, it's this beach that's like in a little alcove, like in this island. So nobody's ever been there except for all the people that are there because we found it and we made like a community and it's perfect. It's the best place on earth. And here's a map to it. Well, okay, he actually gives him the map the next day. So Leonardo DiCaprio is like, hey, if it's so perfect, why did you leave? And Robert Carlyle says, no more questions, and then the next morning that he's dead. So this beach is so awesome that Robert Carlyle gave Leonardo DiCaprio a map to it and then committed suicide. Definitely sounds like the kind of place you'd want to go. Hey, and by the way, like what I've failed to communicate here is that he's just like blitzed out of his mind. He's rambling. He's talking a mile a minute. You can't understand anything that he's saying. And so Leonardo DiCaprio like says, that sounds like a good plan to me. Now, how do you get to the world's most perfect beach? And just to let you guys know, you have to pass 4 or 5 of the world's most perfect beaches because Leonardo DiCaprio goes on a real beach tour to get to the good beach, and I'm just letting you know they're fucking awesome. Like, this movie accomplished one thing and one thing alone. It was to make me want to go to a beach in or around Thailand because they're, at least at the time that this movie was filmed, absolutely awesome. They're pristine. The sand is white. The water is blue. No one is on the beaches ever at all, which seems unlikely, but sure, I'm going to go with that. But none of these are the good beach. Leonardo, he wants to get to the good beach, so he's going to go over to the good beach. I Am Highbird says... Psycho's saying he's full on rant and not missing a beat, just murdering these guys. Yeah, I just sort of on autopilot with these dudes. Azric says, I just read Mia's shh, because at this moment with this recap, we won't need to watch it. Angel's taking us on the ride. So...
Here they come, the roadkill scum!
No, I don't care about the roadkill scum. So, there's this other event that happens at the hotel where Leonardo DiCaprio gets locked out of his hotel room. No, he's like, goes up and he's like turning the key. And you think, oh, maybe they changed the locks on him. Maybe this is going to set something up. No, he just doesn't know how keys work. And this is made very clear in the following street scene where his neighbor on the other side, a French woman who we learn is named Etienne. Oh, hold on, I got to pull down the tower as well. She comes up and is like, hey, Zutalo, Leonardo DiCaprio, this is how keys work. And she puts it in and she turns the key and it works. And he's like, oh. And this is another reason why I think he's very wealthy. I'm not sure that he's ever opened a door before because he's not very good at it. But she gets the door open for him and then he's like, hey, that's awesome. And wait, that's still the man. How do I pull this down? Hold on. Wait a second. I got to figure out. He doesn't know how doors work. I don't know how harpoons work. Excuse me. I am in the middle of something. Hold on. All right. I hope that was fun for you.
He blew himself up!
And why am I suddenly talking about his French roommate or French, like, other person that's on the other side? Because now he's like in love with her. And I don't know why. She looks perfectly pleasant, but he has exchanged like 3 words with her. And now he has the map to the world's most exclusive beach. A beach so awesome that when somebody draws a map to it, they kill themselves and you get interrogated by the police. So he's gonna like, he invites her to go to the beach with him. And by the way, her boyfriend. Yeah, can we pull this down now? Go! All right, done. He goes next door and says to these total strangers that, like, as far as I know, the boyfriend has never even seen him before, like maybe in passing in the hall. And Leonardo DiCaprio goes to them and says, hey, I was given this map by this guy that committed suicide at the end of the hall. Hey, remember how you guys were interrogated by the police because they talked to everybody here? Hey, he drew me this map. Let's all go to the perfect beach together. And they're on board with it. So I guess maybe Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't come from money, because I didn't get the sense that they were wealthy. Maybe everybody in this universe is just so bored living in the land of Thailand with perfect beaches that they all will just... So anyway, they have to, and again, they go to like 3 beaches on the way to the good beach. And you guys, you should see, like, don't watch the movie, but you should like see the beaches that are not up to their standards, because what the fuck? So anyway, they have to like charter a boat to the next closest island, because no one will take them to the island with the secret good beach. This is unexplained. Hold on, let me get that. So they go to, this is like beach 3 out of 3 for the really nice beaches. So they're now on an island all by themselves on this awesome beach. And they're looking across the water to like basically just a big stone cliff where they've been told a better beach exists. And they're like, so how far away do you think that is? And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, well, it's the ocean, so fucking 20 miles? I don't know. You can't tell distance out here. We didn't bring any equipment for that. And the French guy was like, nah, it's more like maybe 2 kilometers. We can swim that. And they're like, okay, so you're just going to swim it across open water. And by the way, I really want to stress, this was the plan in advance. Just in chat right now, what are some of the things that you might bring if you had to swim an undetermined length of distance between islands to an island where no one will take you for some reason, and also you're going based on a hand-drawn map? Now, it's a very nicely hand-drawn map, but it's not like there's a legend that shows you how far apart things are. What are some of the things that you might bring? Life jacket? Nah. Some sort of surfboard? Nah. Would you bring like flippers so that you could swim faster? Now, I can't swear to this, but nah, you wouldn't bring any of that stuff. You would bring basically a plastic bag to keep like a change of clothes floating alongside you, and like a mask with a snorkel on it. And that's probably what you would bring to swim somewhere between 1 to 35 kilometers across open ocean water. But that's what they do. Now, as they're going, there's just a completely pointless side thing. Hold on, I just gotta dodge this asshole. There's a completely pointless side story where the French guy pretends that his girlfriend, pretends that his girlfriend has gotten eaten by a shark. This adds nothing. You might think in watching this scene, as he's like pretending that his girlfriend has been dragged under the water by Jaws, and oh my god, what are we gonna do? The shark's coming for us next. It's all a big ruse to just scare Leonardo DiCaprio in a situation that is legitimately really precarious for them. And you might think, oh my god, this is setting up the idea that this French couple that they don't know at all have some sort of reckless disregard for human emotion, that they're some sort of weird sociopaths, that they get off on, like this whole plan is so poorly executed. Surely this is leading up to some sort of story reveal that these two are actually like untrustworthy. No, it's fine. It doesn't come up again. This scene exists solely to make the audience aware that sharks exist, just in case you might not have been aware of that. There's no shark, but there could have been, and that would be scary, wouldn't it? So then they swim across to the island. Patinkin loves Shutter Island. Shutter Island was a way better movie than this. I will say that I figured Shutter Island out really early, like really early. Oh, Marquardt is saying of things that he might bring. Something that floats. A compass. A flare gun. I'm just thinking out loud about the things that I would want to bring. You definitely want to bring some fresh water because you can get dehydrated really easily while floating in salt water. They don't bring any of this shit. So they swim across to the island. And you guys, this is where it really gets good. I want to stress that, like, you might wait for the reveal that, like, oh, Angels, like, all of this is happening in the first 5 minutes. No, you guys, this is like the first 30 minutes of the film, and it's only like a couple hours long. This movie was so long, and it's not even that long because so little happens over so much time. But now, oh, I gotta... They get to the island, and they go ashore on the island, and they push past some trees, and what they see is an endless field of hemp. Just apparently wild growing hemp plants as far as the eye can see, growing as it does in the wild in perfectly planted rows. And it's like, wow, it's not a beach because, I mean, so it's not that great, but it seems pretty awesome. Like, hey, here's infinite marijuana, more than you could possibly ever spend in a lifetime. And they're all very excited about this until they see the guard monkey. Oh, and hello to Caroluna, hello. Caroluna, you just guys came in on the words guard monkey, because that's a thing in the 19 whatever, maybe it's a 2000 movie, The Beach. Where we are describing and recapping The Beach while we play Mad Max. So if for some reason you would like to see The Beach, please don't. I'm gonna do my best to clarify, to like provide all of the reasons why you should not see The Beach. But I am going to thoroughly spoil The Beach. So if that's gonna be an issue for you, make peace with that. Can I shoot that? Yes. Hold on, I gotta deal with these guys real quick. Can you grapple onto anything on that guy? No? Okay. So, the marijuana plants are guarded by guard monkeys. And what they are, they've got little, like, leashes that attach them to men. And if the guard monkeys see anything, they go, wah, 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 the way that monkeys do. That's my monkey sound, by the way, because I'm not invested enough. I'm not a Brea Iron Guard, right? I'm not going to make a monkey sound for this fucking movie. So the monkey, like, pulls on the leash, and then the man knows, oh, someone has... I am pressing so much Y. I just want everyone to know I pressed and held Y 3 times, and that might sound like a lot of times for that amount of time, but I was pressing Y and he just wasn't getting out, so I'd try it again. Oh, hello to Innertooth. Sorry, let me pause for real. Let me just say hello to people while the world is resetting from my mistakes. Oh shit, how much progress do you think I just lost? Hello to Marquardt, by the way. That one's when Caroluna raided over. Caroluna, for real, thank you so much for the raid. I hope that you had a great time playing SnowRunner. I know that it was. Oh, and Innertooth followed. Thank you so much for the follow, Innertooth. Hello to Zerder. Let me just make sure that I have everybody. Yes. Okay, so hello to everybody. And again, I am recapping and spoiling the movie The Island because people... No, sorry, I keep saying that. The Beach. It's called The Beach. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tilda Swinton, and Robert Carlyle's in it for at least a little while. And probably others. I don't know everybody that was in that. And I will say this for it. It wasn't poorly acted. Sometimes you see a movie and it's just like everything's wrong. In this, it was the script. The script was so wrong. It was so wrong. It was such a terrible movie. So they've gotten to the marijuana hemp plants, and I think I got all my like weapons and stuff. Yeah. All right. We're hitting the road. We're out of here. This is the only reason that I came here. Well, that's not true. I came here because I died. That was the reason. But now I'm full up on everything. So now they have to like crawl on their belly through the marijuana plants, which it turns out are being guarded by several people bearing assault rifles. So just for a second, think of what you might do if you had just swam to an island where no one would take you, and the first thing you find there is a giant drug operation guarded by people bearing automatic weapons, and they have guard monkeys. If your answer is pet the guard monkey, I've failed to underscore the precarious nature of this situation. Would you A, leave, or B, you guys, that beach is really good, man. We gotta get to the beach, because that's what they do. So they do, in fact, decide that they're going to cross the heavily guarded marijuana plant farm past all the people that are now actively patrolling it, because one of the monkeys saw Leonardo DiCaprio and he wouldn't give the monkey an autograph. So now the monkey's very upset. So they're all prowling around, and they're able to get away from the people with guns by getting down on their bellies, hiding underneath the very tall marijuana plants. And when the monkey sees Leonardo DiCaprio, he spritzes it with his water thing. And the monkey, instead of like yelling, "Hey, fucking asshole, he's over here," the monkey is like spooked by the water. I guess monkeys don't know how water is. So that's how they make it through. So now they're on the other side of the marijuana plants. You could argue, based on how the scene is constructed, that maybe that was the only way through. But if you're now thinking, surely they're going to give up their dumbass plan to go to a beach that may or may not exist, like, what would you think in this situation? I would think, oh, holy shit, there's no beach. Robert Carlyle tricked me into coming here because he was in on the whole drug operation. He tricked me into coming here so that I would get captured by the guys with guns, and then I would have to work in the marijuana fields until I was too sick or like beat up to do it, and then the guys with guns would just shoot me. That's what I would assume. That's what I was thought was happening in the movie. I thought, wow, what a great twist. There is no beach in the movie called The Beach, and instead they're going to have to escape from these drug runners. Wrong! That's not what happens here, because they continue going on past the marijuana fields, and there's actually some voiceover from Leonardo DiCaprio who says, "Yeah, you might have thought that we would have run away, and maybe some others would have, but by this time we were too far into it." He actually makes a sunk cost fallacy argument in voiceover narration on why they don't just fucking leave. They're still pushing ahead towards the beach that they definitely think exists, despite the fact that the guy that told them about it committed suicide and apparently led them into a trap. They have no questions about this. Hold on a second.
I've heard of you. The one who died Lord Scrotus. The one all that Gastown aims to kill. The bringer of chaos and carnage.
I don't know what that means. I literally have no idea what... Okay, did she... See, like, right now, maybe I'm just paranoid, but did she set me up? Because now this guy's here. Hold on. I'm gonna wait for him to get tired and get out, and then I'm gonna punch him to death and take his stuff. So... they decide they're still going to go look for the beach. So they follow, they go downstream. By the way, I don't know why they think they know where the beach is. Robert Carlyle did not give them anything more than a vague description about here's where the island is and here's my hand-drawn map. But for some reason, they think they know where it is. So they're going to follow this stream. They go downstream for a ways, and they arrive at the top of this cliff. And the cliff is, say, 60 feet to 100 feet over a pool of murky black water. And they don't know how deep the water is. So they're like, oh, and so now they get into a big argument. The French guy and his French girlfriend and Leonardo DiCaprio all get into a big fight. And the big fight is about how they're going to get down and how did you get us into this. I don't know why the fight broke out now. You would have thought it would have broken out immediately after they realized that they were on an island swarming with armed guards and guard monkeys. But, yeah, let's just take this back to the faction. We're pretty close. No, now they're going to have a fight. And how are we going to get down from here? How are we going to get down from here? How are we going to get down from here? So the French woman just jumps. And fortunately, the water is deep enough that she does not break both legs. So that's fine. They're adventurous free spirits. They pulled that whole, like, bullshit fake shark attack. So I guess that I understand that. So Leonardo DiCaprio and the French guy also jumped down. And now they're in the water beyond a cliff that they don't know how they'd ever get back up if they wanted to try to leave this place. And that's fine. And now there's some guy there. There's a third guy, like there's now a fourth person who exists in the world, and it's some dude. And the dude is like, ha 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 ha, it took me more than an hour to screw up the courage to do that. Come on, come with me. And they all celebrate. Now, again, at this point in the movie, the very last people that they saw were bearing assault rifles and apparently intent on capturing or killing them. This is the very next person that they see who greets them in a jovial manner. Like, yay! Hey, we did it! We did it! It's like, I swear to God, you guys, I had no idea what they were happy about. I didn't know what this meant. Apparently, they all into it. We made it to the beach. There's no sand in it. We did it. We did it. It's like, okay. So then this guy, this total stranger, walks them into a full-on beach resort. It's like something out of a Sandals commercial. They've got pathways, they've got thatched roofs, they've got various structures, and dozens of people. It's a very large community that's living here. They might as well have stepped out of a conscious community living in the Guatemalan mountains, surrounded by volcanoes and an ancient lake, sacred lake. There's so many people that live there. I had apparently overlooked the idea that Robert Carlyle said that there was a community living there because I couldn't understand most anything that he said. But no one is surprised that there's like a small town living here. And then, at long last, Tilda Swinton leads the community, by the way. Her name is Sal, I think. I don't know what that's short for, if anything, but we'll just call her Tilda Swinton because she's Tilda Swinton. She leads them all down the path to the beach. And here we are. It's the beach. It is completely indistinguishable from any of the other beaches that they have visited on the way to get to the beach. But it's here, and it is as advertised. It's this like bright blue lagoon, and there's white sand, and it's pretty sweet. It's not worth any of the shit that they went through to get here, but yeah, it's pretty nice. So, now they live here. And that's a complete non sequitur. They live here now. They live in the community where the beach is. And apparently a large amount of time, like it's never clear to me at any point how much time passes, but it's implied several weeks or several months of them just living in this community. And I have so many questions. Did Leonardo DiCaprio pitched to this random French couple that he didn't know for more than 5 minutes before talking to them about this? They were going to go live in a new home? Was anybody surprised that their sudden decision is that we're going to live here now with this group of strangers? Okay. Like, it seems like a perfectly nice place, but I go to perfectly nice places all the time. It doesn't mean that I want to leave my friends and family. But now they live here at the beach resort. And again, it's very nice. It seems like pleasant. And Leonardo DiCaprio learns how to spearfish, and the French couple, I don't know, goes off and fucks all the time. Like, there's never any explanation for where they go. But now they live at the beach. So what does a movie titled The Beach do with its time or its narrative now that people are at a beach? I'm probably going to skip what this man says and just spend my Griffith tokens, so I don't think this will be much of an interruption.
I've pondered your mystery. Found a sliver of knowing, I think.
I don't know if I've seen this one yet.
They trained you to fight and survive. You were their warrior. But you were also human. You had love and hope and future. It was all torn from you. All but your training.
No past. No, this is me. It'll always be me.
Because your flesh fears to let you think these things. Terrified that one single ember of good could ignite the mind and consume it. But in some faraway corner of yourself, it'll always smolder. You'll never escape it. But let's leave the past for the future and deal with now.
The things that Griffith says are so... I don't get a sense that they're scripted in any way, that any of the conversations can happen in any order at any time. So I just don't track very much of it. It's not that I'm not paying attention. It's that it's like, okay. I mean, I do like some of his turns of phrase, like, let's leave the past for the future and deal with the now. Like, that's pretty cool. You know, I can... Maybe I should spend more points in that. Hold on, I don't want... Can I undo that one specifically? Yeah. Wait, what is this? No, I definitely want more scrap. Yeah, I don't care about the... Yeah, I want to get my my level up. That's the one, isn't it? I think it is. All right. Wait, do that one. Okay. So Intertooth's referencing two movies that I've never heard of. He says, like, The Platform or the movie Rubber. I've not heard either of those. If you want an example of like a seldom known movie that I like, and I will caution everybody, I probably hold it in higher esteem than most people, but the movie Splinter, not to be confused with Slither. It's a very similar name, Splinter. I really like that movie. I thought that movie was neat. I enjoyed it a lot. So anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio, so now he lives at the beach. And this is where the movie, like as irritating as so many of the things that have happened so far have been, this is where the movie, like, we're now like an hour in, I think. And this is where I really realized that I have no idea what the story of this movie is supposed to be. I can tell you the things that have happened, but I don't know what, if anything, they were leading to, because now we're at the beach. And what do we do at the beach? Well, there's a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio has to learn spearfishing. And you might think, oh, interesting, this is a different skill set, and what if he's not good at it? Imagine if you found the perfect place, the place of your dreams, the place where everybody was happy, but you yourself couldn't contribute in a way that made you worth keeping around. That would be some real character tension, wouldn't it? You something that you're afraid of. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's perfect at spearfishing. He's the best spearfisher, in fact. But you guys, he's literally the best spearfisher. That's not just me turning that around. There's a whole scene where he comes up to the chef and and he brings up 50 fish that he's caught that day. He's so good at spearfishing, you guys. He's so good at it. So he's immediately a huge asset to the team. So no, we don't have to worry about that. He's already perfect in that. Then there's a scene where somebody's being held down and they're screaming. And he breaks free. This is one of the other islanders. Don't worry about anybody in the fucking movie. It doesn't matter at all. One of the other people that lives there is being held down, is screaming "Arr, arr," and it's and everybody's laughing. It's like, what's going on here? And he breaks free of the people that are holding him down. He's like, please, please, I need to go to the mainland. I need to get some medical attention. I need to go see a dentist, please. I'll do anything. I can't bear it. And Tilda Swinton's like, nope, sorry. We have to keep this place a secret. You're not allowed to go to the mainland for any reason. And you might think, oh, that's what the movie's about. It's paradise, but once you go, you can never come back, no matter what happens. But here's the thing. In this scene that seems horrifying as they hold this guy down against his will, and they yank out what is, I guess, a rotten tooth with what appears to be a pair of rusty pliers. That sounds awful, doesn't it? Everyone in the whole world, everyone can agree that that's horrible. No, not in the beach, because at the beach they're all laughing about it. It's a big comedy scene. And Tilda Swinton like actually turns to turns to Leonardo DiCaprio and says, hey, you're cool with this, right? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. Like, after all, if you're gonna live in paradise, you have to be prepared to survive a little bit of pain. So he's perfectly fine, as is everyone. Like, they pull out the tooth, you guys, and then hold it aloft in the set of rusty old pliers while the guy is like still screaming in agony. And everybody's like, ha 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 ha, and they're all like laughing and clapping. And in any other movie I've ever seen, this would be treated as like a horror scene. But not in this, not in the beach. In the beach, it's just setting up that like, nope. Paradise is worth holding on to for everybody. I'm looking for like the hand, by the way. Like, I'm not just exploring this little alcove for no reason. So that's not what the movie's about. So then you might think, well, what if one day everything isn't so perfect? So then there's a scene where everybody's sitting at the perfect beach, but uh-oh, you guys, it's raining, and it's raining really hard. And somebody makes some comment about like, yeah, this happens every once in a while for a few weeks, and the rain comes down so hard that we can't spearfish. So between the poor lighting and the motion on the water and the, come on, man, I'm in the middle of a story. Hold on. All right, this might take a second because I'm gonna have to deal with these guys. They can't spearfish, and they actually say, yeah, sometimes this goes on long enough that we wind up getting real hungry, and it's like this real downbeat. Uh-oh. So things aren't so perfect at the beach. Wait, I don't want to enter the big nothing. Yeah, that's me leaving the edge of the map. Hold on a second. Can't let that happen. I'm still looking for this hand. Anyway, in a single scene, it's set up that maybe sometimes they don't have enough food to go around and things might get rationed. And when things get rationed, there might be tensions. And when there's tensions, there might be some sort of character conflict. Some people might want to leave the beach. Some people might not be happy there because it turns out that living on your own in a self-sufficient community does have its drawbacks, such as the lack of certain things. If, you know, there's no resiliency to the system. There's no elasticity to the system. When things go bad, they can go really bad all at once, and there's a giant collapse. No, it's fine. It's fine, you guys, because you know what happens? Leonardo DiCaprio swims out into the water, and in what is the most absurd scene? No, sorry, I just remembered two other things that happen. In what is the third most absurd scene that happens in the movie? Leonardo DiCaprio says, well, I'm not going to stay here sitting on the beach while it's raining. I'm going to go into the water and find us some food anyway. So he swims out into the middle of this bright blue lagoon. I'm still looking for how to get into it. It seems like it's underground. I'm just looking for the entrance to underground. He swims out into the middle of the lagoon with his fishing spear. And he pulls his head up and he looks back towards shore. And on shore, every single person is waving their arms back and forth. Hey! Hey, come back! They're like gesturing, come back! You're in danger! Get back here! He's like, what's going on over there? Hey, come back! That's so weird. I can't hear them. I can't hear you. Oh, they can't hear me either. Come back! You're in danger! Look over there! Gotta come back! It's so obvious what is happening, but Leonardo DiCaprio has been hit by the fucking stupid stick and he can't figure it out. And you guys, oh no, there's a shark. Remember that scene earlier that reminded everybody that sharks exist by pretending that a shark existed? Well, it's back, but this time it's a real shark and it's attacking Leonardo DiCaprio. So now, at long last, it's all come full circle. Remember the scene where Leonardo DiCaprio said sometimes you're gonna have to endure a little pain to enjoy paradise? Well, now he's the one who's the victim of a shark attack. And no, it's fine. It's fine, because he kills the shark with his spear, and then everybody has food, and it's all fine. Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens in the movie because they just keep setting up potential points of character conflict and then they're just instantly resolved with absolutely no effort on the part of any of the characters because Leonardo DiCaprio is the best fisherman and he's the best dentist and he's the best shark killer guy and there's absolutely no problem. So what the fuck are we watching the movie for? So angry. So around this time, something new, sorry. I was about to say something new happens, except I've just described 3 consecutive new things that happen. Sorry. There's a 4th new thing that happens. What if the beach was about the fact that Leonardo DiCaprio is in love with that French girl, French woman that he came to the island with. He has feelings for her. It's not even clear that she knows that he's alive. And also, she has a boyfriend that she's with. So what if all of this is about what if you found the perfect place with the perfect people? How do you get into this? God damn it. Is there like a thing can contain useful items such as scrap? This is maddening. I've been around this rock 5 times and like there's no outward signal that there's anything to find here except for the fact that my map says that there is. Okay, you guys, what if you found the perfect beach? What if on the perfect beach it had perfect people? What if when you got there, you were the perfect person to live on the perfect beach with the perfect people because you are just preternaturally good? And I do see this, you guys. I just can't, like, that doesn't look like a way in. It looks like it's barricaded. I don't know. We jump up here. I'm not done. Oh, well, that's not going to work.
He's gone for a while anyway.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't even walk up here. That's a way out. That's not a way in. God damn it. Perfect beach, perfect person, you know, all the people are there are great, but what if, even then, your one heart's desire was out of reach because you are, for reasons unexplained, completely in love with this woman and she is with someone else? Would you yourself become the agent of destruction of paradise? Would you be the catalyst that would destroy your own experience? Because for everything that you have, you still don't have enough. And that's what... No, it's fine. If you couldn't tell, it's fine. And how is it fine? Mia, chivalry, run away. Because if I describe this in the way that it deserves to be described, Mia is going to claw everybody's eyes out because it is the worst. When Etienne, that's her name, the French woman is named Etienne, goes off with Leonardo DiCaprio and says, hey, come with me to the beach. And she has on a couple of occasions now rebuffed his advances, which haven't been all that remarkable. He hasn't really made a push, just like, I really like you. And she's like, I know, but I'm with this French guy that I have no chemistry with. So, sorry, tough noogies. But now she wants to go to the beach. She invites him down to the beach, and it's nighttime. But oh, look at that. Oh, look. What could make the perfect beach even... I need to stop and read chat for a second. But you guys, what could make the perfect beach even more perfect? What if there were some photosynthetic plankton or like a bioluminescent plankton? That's what I'm looking for. So there's this giant glowing area in the middle of the lagoon next to the perfect beach with the perfect person with the perfect people. Let's Leonardo DiCaprio... Oh, zut alors, let us swim out there and we can enjoy each other's company. And also, let's not wear any clothes. So they swim out there and... because they're on an island without any electricity, so there's no lights. So if they wanted to have a romantic fun time, they could go anywhere on the island. So where do they go? They go to the single most central location that everybody goes to all the time, then find what is the on-island equivalent of a giant spotlight. It's the only thing on the island that's literally glowing, that they know for a fact is visible for miles around, and that's where they decide to have their tryst. And when it's over, there's more voiceover from boy genius Leonardo DiCaprio, who says, "For some reason, we thought that this would be kept a secret indefinitely." And that voiceover is happening as it goes into the scene where he is immediately confronted by French boyfriend, whose name I don't know because it just never mattered. And what does he say? He says, "Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, I love her, but so do you. And I know that I just want her to be happy. If you can make her happy, Leonardo, then it is okay with me. Treat her well. Goodbye from the movie." And then he just walks away. And that's how it's resolved. That's how the love triangle is resolved. She goes off with him. They fuck in the surf where it's glowing. Everybody knows about it immediately. Like, there's no scene where there's like a reveal where everybody's like looking at them and maybe see people like whispering to each other. No, it just cuts directly to the scene where he is confronted and forgiven without him saying anything at all.
More party on the horizon.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm actually so worked up. So if the movie isn't about any of those things, and we've now chewed up like 40 minutes of time, what is the movie about? We'll be back after a quick word from our chat. I'm gonna pause it here because I want to see chat. I still can't find my way in here. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna keep like driving around this stone. I just clearly I'm gonna have to come back later because I'm just not in a mindset. I'm not looking at this the right way. We'll figure it out. But hello to Go Hybrid. Go Hybrid, if you're joining us in progress, I am recapping and spoiling the movie The Beach because I can now consider it my life's mission to make sure that no one else watches that movie. Please learn from my mistake. Let me just look here. Should we saying this is exactly how I met Mia? Oh, and Patigan did go back and listen to the beginning. Yeah, I just had some fun at the beginning of this stream, congratulating Patigan on finishing. I always feel a little bit concerned about describing the name Sackboy: A Big Adventure because it sounds like it might not be what it is, which is actually a very wholesome, fun, inventive platformer, because that's what it is. You should play Sackboy: A Big Adventure. It's a very neat game. But it sounds like it could be something else. Oh, Intertooth also knows Cube, Hypercube, and Cube Zero. I am most familiar with Cube. And Intertooth, I love it so much. My favorite scene, you already know the one that I'm talking about, when Nicole de Boer is outlining, this is how well I know Cube, she's outlining how impossible their task is to do the thing about where she needs to find square roots of polynomials out to like the nth degree, and she's just like, it's astronomical. Really love that scene. Nicole de Boer was so forgettable. Nicole de Boer, let me delete everything. I would like, it's not the right word. That's not right. Nicole de Boer had an impossible task coming in as late as she did to Deep Space Nine to replace a fan favorite character. As a result, Deep Space Nine does not show off the best of Nicole de Boer. I would submit that Cube shows off the best of Nicole de Boer. She's great. She is great in a movie of great performances. I really like Cube. I don't know that I can recommend it easily, but I really like Cube. Let me just see here. I really want to turn the mic, but I'm very concerned about having it lose connection. I need to unpause and continue playing. Go hybrid, that's awesome. I found the perfect place with the perfect people, but we call it the sandbox, not the beach. Go hybrid, that's awesome. Oh, if only we had a good like quote system for quoting other people. Go hybrid, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Like, thank you from Mia. Psycho says, I would second that. So Patikin says, I don't like to go to the beach. You won't see me at the perfect beach. Psycho is saying, I need sunscreen from RoboCop to avoid looking like a damn lobster. Oh, go, Psycho. Ditto on that. Yeah, that's the sad thing about not tanning well, is that people assume you never go outside. I'm outside a lot. I don't tan because I don't tan. I am this shade and then a much less pleasant color of blisters. That's the only two moves that I have. Go hybrid saying, wait, no broadband. That's not my perfect beach. No, it is. Oh, more than a Mia. Thank you so much for the gift subscription to, I always just say Lady B, but it's ES Art Lady B. We watched some streams of her this weekend. She was doing some art streams and they're great. Mia, thank you very, very much for the gift subscription. So I'm just going to leave. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing here. Here's what I know, this is underground. Maybe I just haven't gone out far enough. I'm gonna take one more pass with this. We're gonna take a much longer drive around here. I need Patikin, what was the name of the eagle in Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Zephyr or something? Ikaros. Yes, I need Ikaros. He or she would help me. I don't remember if Ikaros was male or female. For a tunnel or something. I don't know. Okay. There's a plot element that I didn't say because A, I forgot, and B, this plot element could be delivered at any point in the whole thing. How is this not the way in? Why do we have a little driveway? Is this like the Bat Cave? Do I need to flash my lights at it and then it splits open? This is so weird. It's so weird to feel like I'm driving past the entrance and can't find it. Okay, we need to rewind because during the very, very long segment before they get to the beach, there was another scene that I failed to describe. This was on the day that they left to go to the beach. They are staying at a new, Leonardo DiCaprio is staying at a new bungalow. I don't know where this place is or why this place is or whatever, but he goes to try to get into his bungalow, and just like at the roach-infested motel, he can't get in, this time because he's lost his key. I don't know. I can't find this place. I don't want to do the death race. Oh, yeah. Let's go do this. How do you get to the... Yeah, all right. Sorry, there's many thoughts. Oh, let's go here. Yeah, we can do this. It's difficulty 4, but I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio comes back to his bungalow and he's locked out. Oh man, he doesn't have his keys. That's a bummer. And it is a bummer because you can tell, because in the bungalow next door, two characters that I haven't mentioned yet are suddenly like, yo, bro, you lost your key? Totally harsh, man. And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, yep, I don't have my key. Yo, that sucks. Oh man, if only there was something we could do about that. Ugh. And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, yeah, cool. Because it's also raining. Oh, wait, shit. I want to give those people water, but I don't want to give them the front fender of this other vehicle, so... Yeah, well, let me see if I can... Okay, yeah, get out. Okay, let's settle this way, and then I can give those people some water. So, this, dude at the next bungalow won't shut up. He keeps, talking to Leonardo DiCaprio about the fact that he's... Okay, the danger's past. Guys, get up. Give water. And so, Leonardo DiCaprio goes over to these stoners, and he's hanging out with them for reasons that are immediately unclear, but then it turns out that he basically contacted somebody to go get water, or just, sorry, to go get a key. This is not immediately clear. At the first, he's just like hanging out with them, and I didn't know why. But while he's hanging out with them, the stoners are like, yo, did you ever hear about like this beach? It's got sand, but also perfection, and it seems super cool, so we were thinking about going there. But the only trouble, super bummer, is no one knows how to get there. So I'm thinking to myself, that seems suspicious. This is only the second person that Leonardo DiCaprio has talked to in this movie. I guess third if you count French woman. And he only said like 2 things to her. He talked to Robert Carlyle, who said, here's where a cool... Sorry, I'm headed back there. Sorry, that's not where I want to go. Now he's talking to the second person ever who just happens to also know about the awesome beach, but wouldn't you know it, doesn't know how to get there. That seems weird and convenient, and also just happens to be occurring at the exact moment that Leonardo DiCaprio's bungalow key has mysteriously gone missing. So again, maybe I'm paranoid, or maybe I'm watching a movie where I usually expect events to connect together in some sort of narratively satisfying way, but I immediately thought, okay, this seems super suspicious. And Leonardo DiCaprio, to his very limited credit, plays it a little bit close to the vest, and just like, yeah, that sounds really cool, man, if only there was a perfect beach with, like, awesome stuff. And then the woman comes and gives him his key, and the scene ends. So now Leonardo DiCaprio, for reasons that are never explained, I guess he has like a single voiceover where it's like, well, if there's one thing that you would do as a traveler, it's to spread information. The fuck are you talking about? What? Who travels to spread information? That's what monks do, okay? That's what like itinerant preachers do. That's not what travelers do. Travelers go from one place to another. Sometimes they're visiting to collect information. Sometimes they're just going because they need to do something there. But they're not going there to spread information. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not to say that you can't do that, but like Leonardo DiCaprio just like casually like drops this in like it's some foregone conclusion about what travelers do. And like I know that travelers are also like a euphemism for, I don't know if euphemism, it's another name for like the Romani people, but guys, he's not Romani, so I don't know what he's talking about. But that is the one and only explanation given for why Leonardo DiCaprio decides that he's going to stay up a good chunk of the night making a hand-drawn replica of the hand-drawn map that he was given by Robert Carlyle. And then he like slips it under the door of the stoners. So the very suspicious to me stoners who were so curious about this awesome island, Leonardo DiCaprio, the total strangers, Leonardo DiCaprio gives them a map on his way to join the French couple, and then they swim off to the island. So I didn't mention that before because like so many things in this movie, you don't after a while expect it to ever come back up again. But now it has. Because now, I don't know why they decided to do this, but it turns out that Tilda Swinton every once in a while, oh, hold on, it turns out there's a patrol here. I'm gonna go, or a convoy. I'm gonna go do the convoy here. I'm gonna follow the red line. Every once in a while, Tilda Swinton, who runs the whole place, decides to pick up a pair of binoculars and look at the nearby, the next closest island for some reason. Oh! Sorry. No, we'll get to it. She decides to pick up a set of binoculars and look at the next closest island. I have no idea at all why she does this. It is never described at any point that they have lookouts or anything. If they do, their lookouts really suck on toast because they didn't see Leonardo DiCaprio and his gaggle of morons coming over. So for some reason, Tilda Swinton looks at the nearby island to see, oh look, there's a pair of stoners over there. And she goes to confront Leonardo DiCaprio. And she says, DiCaprio, when you came here, I specifically asked if you had told anybody else about the island. Did you tell anyone else about the island? And he looks through the binoculars that she has. Oh, well, that was short-lived. Hold on, I'm terrible. Okay, that went as bad as it could conceivably have gone. And Leonardo DiCaprio says, yeah, sorry. Remember when I came here and I specifically, for no reason, lied to you and said that I didn't tell anybody about where the island was? I guess I did tell those stoners over there that I was coming, or the beach. I guess I did talk to those stoners about it. And Tilda Swinton says, damn it! Well, all right, we might as well get this all out in the open. I accept and forgive that you have told those stoners where the beach is, but now you must come clean. Leonardo DiCaprio, did you share your map with them? And he looks her straight in the eye and says, nope. No, I didn't show them the map at all. That's the one thing I didn't do. Who do you take me for, Tilda Swinton, that I might mention to them that I knew something about the island, but of course I wouldn't give them the map. We were on the road to Nirvana. I would never do that. And in fact, I resent the implication. And Tilda Swinton says, well, all right. We've cleared that up. Thank you for being honest with me. I'm sure that because we are in a movie called The Beach, this shall never be raised again. However, we must do something. Oh, where the fuck? Oh, no, I skipped a whole fucking scene. I'm so sorry. Sorry, this conversation happened, but I completely forgot because who cares? There was a whole scene where Leonardo DiCaprio, oh, God damn it. Sorry, I told this out of order. This is now going to be much more confusing than it should have been. At some point, for reasons that I've forgotten, Tilda Swinton has to go to the mainland to get supplies. Remember how she wouldn't go to the mainland to get to bring that guy to a dentist? Well, she will go to a mainland for some reason. And for no reason, she says that Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be the person to go with her. Delete what I just said about the stoners. They're going to come up, but not yet. They have nothing to do with this next segment. So, they have to go... I came up with a new plan here. They're going to go to the mainland. So they make up a big shopping list, and they go to the mainland, and it's just Tilda Swinton and Leonardo DiCaprio. And they go there, and while they're... And remember... It's been weeks or more likely months. Leonardo DiCaprio has fully insinuated himself into this whole society. But they go back to the mainland and they go to a bar to get a drink. And again, you might think to yourself, oh, maybe this is an opportunity for some sort of narrative development where Leonardo DiCaprio goes back to the mainland, and when he gets there, he realizes that, hey, this place isn't so bad. But again, no, it's fine, because it's always fine, because nothing matters, and he just realizes how much he hates this place and how hard it sucks. So they go to a bar, because here at least they can grab some, I don't know, some Bangkok beers or something, whatever, it doesn't matter. So they're there at this random bar, and while they're there drinking, who should arrive but the stoners? Yo! Oh man, it's this guy that we saw 8 months ago. Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio, how you doing, bro? This is so great. Oh man, we never thought we'd see you after that one time that we met you at the bungalow. Hey, that beach we were talking about, better part of a year ago, we're still hanging out here, but now we're gonna go try to find it, bro. It's gonna be so awesome. You wanna come with us to the awesome beach? We're gonna bring these two hot babes. We're gonna find the beach together. And Tilda Swinton is right there. And Leonardo DiCaprio's oh, no, the beach is fake. The beach doesn't exist. No, bro, the beach is awesome. We gotta go to the beach. Nope, I kind of thought about it. It doesn't make any sense, does it? A beach where there's all the awesome stuff and all the weed and stuff. It's a real myth. You guys should give up. And I actually went looking for it, and it's not there. And it was after that conversation that Tilda Swinton did the whole, like, okay, you clearly talked to them about the beach after I asked you about it, and you said you didn't talk to them about the beach, but you did. Did you give them a map? And Leonardo DiCaprio said, no, of course I didn't. That would be ridiculous. I definitely didn't do that. And just so you guys know, this leads to Tilda Swinton deciding to blackmail Leonardo DiCaprio to have sex with her because... Okay. I'm just acknowledging that it's a thing that happens in the movie, that in order to keep his secret from the rest of the community that she runs, and she has absolutely no reason to keep the secret or not keep the secret, it's entirely up to her. It's not like there's a higher authority that she's going to go tell. But in the movie The Beach, Tilda Swinton blackmails Leonardo DiCaprio into having sex with her as the cost of keeping his secret that he told people about the beach. So she blackmails him, and that's a scene that happens. And you might think again that this is relevant because she is romantically involved with somebody else in the community. Like she has, if not a husband, the closest thing that you might have in this kind of like hippie commune. But again, do I have to do the whole thing? It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. This comes up again, but nobody fucking cares. So anyway, that's the thing that happened. It doesn't, it doesn't. So I take it back. Maybe that's why Tilda Swinton was looking at the next closest island at random intervals, because she was looking to see if the stoners rather, would come by the exact same pathway that Leonardo DiCaprio did. Maybe. So I guess maybe that's not the biggest stupid plot hole in the world now that I think about it. So let's just ascribe that that's the reason. So anyway, now we're back to the modern day where Tilda Swinton looks through the binoculars and she comes storming up to Leonardo DiCaprio! Did I or did you not tell me that you had not shared a map with those? Look at this. And she hands him the binoculars. Do you see a map in their hands? And Leonardo DiCaprio does. I trusted you, Leonardo DiCaprio, to have told me the truth, and now what do I see but you have lied to me again? So here's your punishment. You are now... She doesn't ever actually say this. I was about to say that you are banished from the community, but she doesn't say that. You shall remain on this hill overlooking that island until those stoners come over here and you retrieve the map. What? That could be weeks. I don't know why he thinks it's going to be weeks. They've clearly come out here for the exact same reason. Maybe it's because they set up a tent. That could be weeks, he says. I don't care. You'll stay here until the stoners come over and then get that map. And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, how am I supposed to get the map? What the fuck? What am I supposed to threaten them with? I don't care, get the map. And do it alone, because I'm still agreeing to keep your secret for no reason. So, this now cuts. Remember when I was about to say it's the stupidest thing in the whole movie? No, this is the stupidest thing in the whole movie, because now Leonardo DiCaprio is living on this hill, apparently hunting rats or whatever. I didn't think that Tilda Swinton literally meant you can never leave this hill for any reason, but that's how he takes it. I have nothing to gain by fighting these guys, so I'm just gonna try to get away from them. So now he just lives on the hill. He's just up on the hill all of the time. And this leads to just, it feels like 45 minutes of this montage where he's quote unquote going crazy. Okay, guys, let's just get out. Can we just do this? I really want to be clear. I'm not mad at the game in any way. One thing I've learned is that these guys are so much easier to take out if I can trick them into getting out of their cars and then just punch them to death. So, oops, that was the wrong way to dodge. There we go. All right, let's all get out. And I can't even attempt to describe this. You might think, wait, how do other people at the community feel now that their championship, fish/shark fisherman, is no longer with the community, and he's not catching all of their food for them all the time? That seems concerning. It seems like that's something that they'd notice, but they don't. They don't notice or say anything about it at all. Oh, hello to McMaster! Getting hit by a car is a good trick. It is better, in fact, than spinning. Spinning is a good trick, but it's ever so much better to get hit by the pod racer. Hello to McMaster. McMaster says, when are we going to do Barotrauma? I will say this. I'm game. I will sort of open it up to Mia and Chivalry for when they are available, but although I don't have it installed, I can get it installed, and so I should note I've never played it. So the topic of conversation, very quickly, just let me scroll back, because I just want to see if there's anything else in here. I listened to all this while making and eating dinner. It's so great. Angel has a great gift of telling stories. It's an epic description. Thank you guys so much, because I hated this movie. Like, I really intensely disliked it very much. And I'm glad that this is fun, because I don't want it to be dreary. I don't want it to be like oh man, just listen to somebody complain. I hope that it's fun in the recap, because I guarantee anything I say is more fun than the actual act of watching the movie. Killen is saying, I'm 97.42% sure that I've seen that movie before. I would not have noticed a single one of the points that you've mentioned. It drove me nuts. But thank you. I'm glad that I'm interested that Caroluna saw the movie. I'm surprised you didn't forget it or purge it from your memory like a neuralizer. Damn Bucket was played by Chum Bucket. Was he? I'll say this. With enough prosthetics, Leonardo DiCaprio could pull it off. Not because he's a great actor, but because he could just sort of like slide into that. So that brings us to J. Master saying, when are we going to do Barotrauma? So for people that don't know, a quick 60-second elevator pitch. Barotrauma is a 2D cooperative submarine piloting and exploration game, I believe, set in an alien ocean. It's like underneath the oceans of like Io or what's one of the other moons of Jupiter? I don't know exactly where it's set, but it's like an underwater ocean. Hi everyone, I'm Auspicious Angel and just used the phrase underwater ocean. Welcome to the stream. It is a sort of an underwater exploration game, and it's co-op, and it has been pitched as something that JV McMaster, Mia, Chivalry, and I could all play. And I would like to wait. I've never played it. I would like to wait until they're also going to play, so we can all sort of experience it at the same time. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, McMaster, I would say that if not tomorrow, my vote is to fast track it, but also I don't know. I think Mia has it. I don't know if Chivalry has it. And I will say this. I'll pony up. I'll buy it if he doesn't have it, because I would like to make that happen. Hello to Dirty Habanero. How are you? And I hope that you're having a great Monday so far. He's asking Blood Beach. He's also saying that he has Barotrauma and it's intense. And at Chivalry, do you have issue with Subnautica? Oh, wait. Was there an issue with Barotrauma? Oh, and hello to Salmalander. Wow, I missed Salmalander somewhere along the lines. I'm so sorry. I've been in thorough storytelling mode. Hello to Salmalander. I hope I didn't miss any comments. He says thanks. Oh, and he got the shout out. Thank you, Mia, very much for doing the shout outs. Barotrauma is awesome, says Caroluna. Never played the game. I'm really looking forward to it. But wait, what did Chivalry say about having issue with Subnautica? I apologize for the dead air on stream, like the dead image. What is... Oh, Chivalry says, I'm out on Barotrauma. I'd rather be in the cast of the beach. Okay. So, I am comfortable playing it with 3 people. Just taking a quick look. Mia, thank you for the quote. And Dirty Habanero says, it's a great Monday. My official vacation starts today. That's awesome. I hope that you enjoy it. So, McMaster, I'd say that like playing tomorrow might be a little bit short notice, but let's sort of pencil in. Let's ask Mia if we can maybe organize an opportunity to do that. I'm not ruling out tomorrow, but other possibilities are for let me return this vehicle. Wait, I'm not going to return this vehicle. It's super far away. We'll do this some other time.
And together, you and me and her.
All right. Yeah, everything that I just said about barotrauma is everything that I know about barotrauma. Yeah, we can see a little road up here, so we're going to try to get there.
Fury on this earth.
So I don't even know enough about it to be out on it, and I do like to point out or like share, like, I might hate it, but I did see like at least a few minutes on McMaster's stream back when he did it, and it looked like a lot of fun. So yeah, for sure. Let's pencil that in for something that we do real soon, because I am all aboard. Okay. Okay. See here. See how there's a little crack? So I know where to go here. I'm comfortable with it being underground. I just don't know why I can't find it in the other place. Chivalry says, not a style of game that I enjoy. Dirty says, I'm going to drive into Indiana and play Euro-style board games with my mom. And yes, I'm in my 40s and she's almost in her 70s and is the coolest mind. Oh, age has nothing to do with it. Dirty, that sounds awesome. And I gotta say, so at the risk of pigeonholing or stereotyping, I feel in my experience, or like this is like styles of entertainment that appeal to me. Japanese people, Japanese film studios and stuff really know how to do horror. Germans, or like German companies, really know how to do like business or simulator style games. Like I feel like some of the best stuff, like Anno, like isn't Farm Simulator, doesn't that come out of there? Like Euro Truck Simulator. I don't swear to this because it could be a Scandinavian company. But like a lot of like awesome like logistics and like business simulators, I feel come out of German studios. And it's one of the reasons that I look forward to the Gamescom every year, because I feel like a lot of that stuff gets shown off. And I gotta say, European developers in general have a lock on board games. Euro board games are so much more interesting and like well designed, I feel, than a lot of American board games. That said, I am no expert on board games. Like, it is impossible to overstate, the degree of... Okay, he's stuck on that. The degree of ignorance that I'm coming from. So, don't listen to me, but Euro board games are best board games. You heard it here last. Oh, Dirty! She just started playing D&D and Euro board games? That's so cool. Hold on. We have what appears to be a headless statue with some accoutrements. Every year the same. That little scarf and the flowers. I think it's in remembrance of someone who got gunned down by members of parliament? Military police? I don't know what MP is. In the food riots a few years back, but I don't know. You know, military police makes a lot more sense than members of parliament. I don't know. I know exactly why member of parliament was my first thought, because that's what I see talked about on Twitter all the time. But still, an odd conclusion to go with the gunned down by. Did you ever play this War of Mine? Dirty, I have not played this War of Mine. I am aware of it. I have a friend who played it and got really deep into it. I own it, but have not yet played it. Patikin says Germans are also good at making point-and-click adventure games. So was Truberbrook from a... And I really want to stress, we are offering praise, but also being extremely stereotypical. So I feel like it goes more towards what developers from different cultures may choose to focus on based on what other games are already successful there. They sort of look at that and say like, hey, I've got some great ideas, but you know, it's in good fun, I hope. So let me just say that. But was Truberbrook from Who made that? Sam Linder says SCS is Poland. A Polish company made this War of Mine board game. It's just as hard and twice as depressing. And Club is here. Hello to Club. Club, I hope that you had a great weekend. Also, Club, I checked, it doesn't, unless I misunderstood, it doesn't look like Jade May has streamed in a while. I hope everything is okay. I hope that she's doing well. We did finish this area, didn't we? Yes, we did. And I filled up my canteen. So, Club, McMaster, Dirty, people who might be here, we are now in the final stages of my recap of the movie The Beach. Don't watch The Beach. If you would like a full recap, this episode, as with every episode, will be available in our... Oh, it was just on fire. Okay, I saw something glowing. I thought it might have been some scrap. I was like, why would scrap be there? Also, why am I here? Get back in.
Yes,
So,
gladly. It is my sacred right.
Leonardo DiCaprio sits up on the hill, looking at the people, and the filmmakers needed to fill some time to explain what even was happening. So there's this ridiculous montage of Leonardo DiCaprio, like, wandering around in the woods, and he sharpens some bamboo stakes and hides them under he basically builds like a spiked pit trap. And this happens for no reason at all. And people who watch the movie are going to take issue with that. But I'm just letting you know, this happens for no reason, because it's completely opaque to me, a viewer who has been watching this movie for the last, I don't know, hour and 90 minutes, why he's doing that. Why are you doing that, Leonardo DiCaprio? And this also reintroduces, for the first time in like an hour and 20 minutes, hey, remember those guys with guns? Remember the giant hemp field that they all went through, that they all walked through, and all those guys with guns? I neglected to mention, because so little of anything in this movie matters at all, that they do eventually ask Tilda Swinton about that, and she has like a single line of dialogue, which is like, oh yes, them. We don't bother their farm and they don't bother us. The one condition is that we don't invite anyone else, and they leave us alone. They no one can find their way here because they run into the men with the guns, and we live here in Nirvana. You are all very, very lucky that you made it through there. But now let's never talk about them again. And as always, you might think that maybe there's some sort of like secret pact where the Nirvana community has to give people over every once in a while to work in the fields. No, it doesn't lead to anything. So this is now like an hour later in the film. Leonardo DiCaprio living up on the hill and, quote, going crazy, unquote, is like going over to the camp where the guys with guns and guard monkeys are like hanging out. I don't know where the guard... They all fired the guard monkeys, by the way. They couldn't fit on the payroll anymore. The guard monkeys are gone. Forget about them. But the guys with guns are still there. So, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of scenes where Leonardo DiCaprio is like walking up to them and like watching them sleep. And then he like aims his finger at them like a gun and it goes, poof, but nothing happens. And I'm thinking to myself, I've long since given up any hope of anything in this movie, like fucking whatever. But maybe Leonardo DiCaprio is thinking to himself that he can lead the stoners over to the people with guns, like make sure that they encounter one another, and then the people with guns will do what they do, and Leonardo DiCaprio can get the map back and everything will be fine. So, but like, why is he making a spike bamboo pit trap? Why is he doing that? Why is he running around, you guys? Why is he running around in the jungle there's a video game overlay showing his amount of lives and what his video game score is, and he's like running around in the jungle like he's Crash Bandicoot, and there's like very crude CGI animals and stuff that he's trying to avoid. And I really want to stress, he has not smoked any of the dope. He's not on heroin. There's no reason for this except for the fact that he's been separated from his beloved community that he doesn't even like very much for 15 minutes, and it's doing like a Scott Pilgrim Saves the World or whatever thing. Oh yeah, no, Mia's asking like, is that part serious? That's a serious thing that happens. Video game interface, score, he like, quote, dies, he like loses his life a couple times, and it shows him like respawning. This is by far the stupidest thing in the whole movie. So then, eventually, and the movie gained nothing from any of this. Like, it's all just padding time until eventually. So McMaster's posted a link. I trust it implicitly, but I don't happen to know what it is. It could be a trailer to, oh, if I was to guess, it's the scene from the beach. If I was to guess, that's what it is. McMaster, how dare you? Because no one should have that inflicted on them. And yet I'm very, very glad it is. Yeah, okay, everybody, 3-minute pause. Go watch the scene from the beach using the link that McMaster put in. And if it exists, and if you're watching this at some point in the future and chat has... No, I can't get there from here. And chat has expired, I'm sure you can do a YouTube search for DiCaprio, the beach, video game, and it's there. I'm not trying to be a weirdo. I'm just trying to get out of here. Okay. So we'll give everybody a chance to explore that. Azaric was saying, when Mia when? Wait, when Mia what? Hold on a second. Azaric is asking a question. Oh, Patikin says Trooperrook is also from a German developer. It doesn't actually matter. It's just fun to know. Basically what you're hearing there is me feeling I'm feeling uncomfortable that I've introduced the idea that, oh, certain nationalities or certain ethnic backgrounds are good at certain games, and that is not a thing. However, a studio in a certain part of the world may choose to focus on a certain type of game because other studios in that part of the world have found success with it, and the people that designed those successful games live there. So it all makes sense. It's just me sort of like, did I not get this? No, this is an altogether different one. All right, so I just want to set my waypoint. Go there. Good enough. Okay, so now that everybody has presumably had a chance to see that clip if they are interested in. So now, through absolutely no involvement by Leonardo DiCaprio, the stoners come across, they follow the same exact path as Leonardo DiCaprio did, where they come out into the giant hemp field, but this time they are not as lucky as DiCaprio and his French compatriots were. They are caught by the guards, I keep wanting to say Taiwanese, but that's for people from Thailand. I do not know the correct term for people who come from Thailand. Thai. There's just Thais. Thai people? If I'm wrong on that, I know that Taiwanese people are from Taiwan. I think the people that are from Thailand are just Thai. So if I'm wrong about that, my apologies. So moving on. The Thai guards with their automatic rifles catch the stoners, and much to my surprise, they just like threaten them. Like they're like, hey, stop it. And they look as shocked and frightened as the people that they're pointing the guns at. Like, it's very clear that these guards, this is not an everyday occurrence. They're sort of paid to hang out there, but they didn't really expect to have to exercise any sort of like threatening force here. So there's this very tense standoff between the unarmed stoners, the two women that they brought with them, and the armed guards. And again, through No involvement. Leonardo DiCaprio is watching this, and you might think, oh, he throws a stone to precipitate a violent outcome. He did something to lead them there. No, he has nothing to do with this. He is a passive but interested bystander. As the tensions mount. Yeah, gotta watch my step. And the TIE guards. What is happening here? Oh, hello. Please stop shooting me. Hold on a second. I gotta Serpentine Elliot this. Hold on a second. I really want to reach that guy because I don't have a sniper rifle unless I'm in my car. How do we get up to that man? Hold on a second. I said hold on, dude. Relax. I don't know how to get up to that guy. Oh boy. This is... Whoops. I think I'm gonna respawn all the way back at base, and I'm very disappointed about that. The TIE guards shoot the stoners, and like all 4 of them, and there's only one exception. Like 3 of them get shot right in the hemp field. There's one exception. One of the women breaks away and runs through the hemp field and reaches the edge. And if she had kept going, it seems clear to me that she would have been perfectly fine. She would have escaped into the jungle. None of the guards were anywhere near her, so she could have gotten away. But now, for the very first time, Leonardo DiCaprio comes out and he dashes out and like that. Like he's a fucking xenomorph. Like that. And she's so like, what the fuck? Leonardo DiCaprio? And she gets shot from behind because she stopped because Leonardo DiCaprio stopped her. So A, DiCaprio had nothing to do with this. The stoners were taken out by the TIE guards. Leonardo DiCaprio did one thing, which was jump out and surprise her. He didn't need to do that. He could have just stayed still and she would have gotten away. He even could have led her into the community and tried to get her to be safe. And by a shocking coincidence, guess which one of the 4 stoners had the map? That's right. It's the one that happened to run over to Leonardo DiCaprio. Why did she have the map? Doesn't matter, but she drops the map right there, as far as I could tell, right in front of him. It's not clear based on the camera angle how far away he is, but it was pretty close, and he had plenty of time to grab the map. So what does Leonardo DiCaprio do? He looks at it. He looks at it some more. The camera really zooms in on it. He has some time to really think about that. He just sort of like thinks about it, and then he hears one of the guards coming, so he turns tail and runs. And one of the other guards comes and finds the body, and Leonardo DiCaprio goes back to the hippie Nirvana commune around the beach. Now this is where, dude, we can just fight. You don't have to jump on the car. Let's all do this. This is where things, to be blunt, really get vague for me, because at this point I was so over it. The stupid video game bullshit. Oh, and sorry, one of the guards does chase Leonardo DiCaprio and falls into the spiked bamboo pit. So that does have a payoff later on, but like Leonardo DiCaprio could have just run away. Like it was completely unnecessary. He ran away from the guard. The guard chased him. He fell into the spiked bamboo pit and impaled his leg. So now Leonardo DiCaprio has made himself known to the guards. He didn't get the map for no reason. And he has injured one of the guards in what could only be construed as an unprovoked assault by the Nirvana complex against the armed TIE guards, with whom they've had a perfectly pleasant working relationship. They literally have just drawn a line down the island and they stay away from one another. There's been absolutely no problems. There's no tension. But now, Leonardo DiCaprio goes back to camp and he he sneaks around for a while, and he's like looking in the windows of like the thatched like meeting hall where they all hang out and knock out that guy's teeth, and he sees like Tilda Swinton giving a speech about, oh, we've built this community and this community is ours. We must all fight to protect it, and above all else, we must maintain our secrecy. By the way, at some point, for no particular reason, Tilda Swinton did reveal that she had slept with Leonardo DiCaprio, and the French woman did go up onto the hill and confront Leonardo DiCaprio and say, "Zut alors, you bastard!" And she smacks him. And he says, "What? What did I..." She's, "Zut alors, bastard!" And she smacks him and then storms off. And why didn't I bring that up before? Because it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't. So just to know that happened. So he's like lurking around outside, and Tilda Swinton is like, "Yes, we must all like fight to protect our privacy. Now it's the time in Nirvana when we dance!" And they all have a big dance, and they all have a big dance party. And around this time, all of the armed guards. So what does Leonardo DiCaprio not do? He doesn't warn anyone. He doesn't. Oh, Dirty Habanero saying Nirvana Complex. Does it smell like Teen Spirit? No, this place smells like BO, because the one thing that nobody bought was soap. There's one guy who has like an obsession with soap, but aside from that, it is au naturel. So Leonardo DiCaprio just like goes to the complex, to like the beach resort place, and like just is there. He doesn't attempt to help any of the people that used to be his friends. He doesn't warn them that he has precipitated this conflict for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Oops, I wanted to go over here. He just like lurks in the shadows like he's Batman, but like the most anemic, flaccid version of Batman, where he's not there for any reason. He's just like a voyeur watching everybody else have fun. I don't know. That's not Batman at all. It's just, the only similarity is that he's like in the shadows. So disregard Batman and replace him with like, I don't know, Crispin Glover in the first Back to the Future movie. That's who he is. He's Crispin Glover in the first Back to the Future movie. But I've spent now more time describing this than boom! All the people with guns come in, and they come into all the entrances because they knew exactly where the hippie commune was, and they all point the guns at everybody. And the Thai person steps in dramatically and says, I said there were to be no maps. And he holds up the map that he took off of the last person that Leonardo DiCaprio clearly saw. Oh, and one of the guys with guns like grabs Leonardo DiCaprio. So he wasn't even lurking out there thinking that maybe he would do something dramatic. He was just fucking like, he immediately got caught. So now they're all in there. And this leads to what is supposed to be a dramatic standoff. And you guys, I'm going to describe it in brief, but we have now arrived at this point in the movie where Leonardo DiCaprio has single-handedly precipitated this conflict between the armed marijuana farmers, and armed marijuana hunters. That would be a great show. No, the armed marijuana farmers and the hippies who had absolutely no problem with each other, but he has told the stoners about the island, and in fairness, like, he didn't know if the island was real at the time. B, given them a map, which again, he didn't know that it was a real thing or whatever. C, lied about it multiple times to Tilda Swinton for no reason at all, except I guess he wanted to avoid getting in trouble, which of course caused way more trouble. And D, precipitated this conflict that he could have stopped in a myriad of different ways and chose to sit idly by while things blew up in their worst possible way. And now the Thai guards are there with their guns, and they're aiming the guns at the hippies and saying in essence, we want you gone. This is it. You're evicted. We told you no maps. We told you no more people. People keep coming here. You're out. Not, by the way, we're going to shoot you all to death. Let's all line up in the courtyard now. Just, you're out. Get your things. This is your eviction notice. Time to go. Oh, right. Sniper.
Watch my step.
Hold on. I don't know how to deal with this sniper, so we're just gonna kind of fake it here. Oops. Ow. See, so one thing that's cool is that if you step in that, you are hobbled for a second. I'm gonna hang out here. Wait for him to shake it off. So, Tilda Swinton, apparently for the first time, points out to everyone that Leonardo DiCaprio is the source of the map, and she proposes, you can have him. Thai gods, I understand that there's been a breach of etiquette here, but I have a proposal. Why don't you take this asshole? We don't even like him. Although he was our #1 fish and shark catcher, it seems like we've been doing very fine for the last several months. Why don't you just take him? Shoot him, it'll be fine. And so Leonardo DiCaprio gets infinitely indignant. No! This is all Tilda Swinton's fault, everyone. She's the one who has brought ruin to you all, and anyone watching this whole thing play out would clearly have concluded that that is not the case, because they were all having a big dance party before Leonardo DiCaprio and all the guards came in. It really seems like this is a DiCaprio failure, but Tilda Swinton is saying, why don't we just give... God damn it. This guy... Look, shit or get off the pot, buddy. We got places to be. Hold on a second.
Let's put an end to it.
Yes, let's put an end to it. Come on. There. Oh, wait, no, he's not down. So the Thai guard says, all right, if you won't leave, and Tilda Swinton says, I'm not leaving. We're not going to leave because Leonardo DiCaprio showed up and ruined everything. So the Thai guard says, all right, you want it to go that way? Fine. You do it. So he takes a revolver, he ejects 5 of the 6 bullets, he puts in the last bullet, and he hands the gun to Tilda Swinton, and he says, go ahead. You shoot that guy, you get to stay. And this is where Leonardo DiCaprio is just like, he's so indignant. He's so indignant about like, oh, what good is paradise if you have to kill people? What good is paradise when you have to do all the terrible things you've done, Tilda Swinton? And I'm thinking like, I have watched this entire movie. I have known Tilda Swinton exactly as long as Leonardo DiCaprio has, and she has done nothing wrong at any point, except arguably blackmailing Leonardo DiCaprio for sex because it's so far beneath her. But whatever, if that's her bag, go for it. Everything else has been like at the discretion of the people living there. Did she deny that guy access to a dentist? Yeah, but everybody else was laughing and clapping, so who am I to judge? You all chose to live here. They're your rules. If you don't like it, bring it up at the next dance party. So I don't see that she's done anything wrong at all. But now, Tilda Swinton is faced with an impossible choice. And by impossible, I mean extremely easy. A, leave and sacrifice Nirvana because Leonardo DiCaprio is a terrible human being who doesn't take responsibility for his actions, or B, shoot him in front of everybody, and I assume they're all gonna laugh and cheer because again, they don't seem to care very much about the pain and suffering from others. I don't even care what this says. I'm sorry. So Tilda Swinton's boyfriend, who by the way does know that Leonardo DiCaprio slept with his girlfriend, grabs Leonardo DiCaprio and pins him up against the wall, and Leonardo DiCaprio does that whole, you do it, you show everyone what paradise costs. And I'm like, this was always the deal. It was always the deal for everybody involved. We all know what this is. So Tilda Swinton says, and Leonardo DiCaprio says, they'll never forgive you for this. They'll never come back for this. And Tilda Swinton says, "Oh, they'll come back," and they'll get over it. And she puts the barrel to his head and pulls the trigger. But womp womp, bah, 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 like it wasn't the right chamber. There was a bullet, but it wasn't chambered. And Tilda Swinton made the classic movie mistake. The worst of which is never get involved in a land war in Russia. The second worst of which is check to see if your gun is loaded or not. So she puts the barrel to his head, pulls the trigger, there's a sad click, and instead of just pulling the trigger 5 more times, which is what I would have done, like eventually it's going to rotate around, it's called a revolver for a reason, I do not know how to handle this guy. Like, I might not technically need to shoot him or kill him, but I'd like to. So at this moment, the people of Nirvana are all they're so upset that Tilda Swinton was going to kill Leonardo DiCaprio that they're like, I guess they all instantly make the mental calculation that, oh man, if it was him, it could have been any of us. So they all up and leave, and the Thai guards have succeeded at their goal. They won. They didn't have to fire a shot. I mean, they fired all those shots into the stoners, but that's no real loss. They don't even have names as far as I can tell. They walked in, they said, you're out. They basically played this Xanatos gambit where either Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be dead or everyone was going to leave or both. And that's exactly what happened. So it sort of ends with Tilda Swinton like down on her knees. No, you can't leave. We've got Nirvana. He's Leonardo DiCaprio. But they all leave. And so the whole community collapses. And the movie then fast forwards to, I don't know, 35 minutes later, and Leonardo DiCaprio is back in the United States, and he goes to an internet cafe where they have era-appropriate IMAX, and he gets an email from Etienne, of all people, the French woman, who says, thinking of better times, and it's a photograph. I'm just going to walk away. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to get this guy. Let me just look one more place. This is so weird. And that's the movie. That's the whole movie. He gets an email from the woman that he cheated on, the woman who left her boyfriend to like shack up with him for multiple months. Then he cheated on her and then lied to her about it. Because, by the way, she does ask, like, hey, did anything happen to you between you and Sal? Zutalor? And, as he does when confronted on any piece of information, Leonardo DiCaprio lies about it. But don't worry, because the movie ends on an upswing. The movie ends that, hey, it might not all be over. It might not all be gloom and doom for Leonardo DiCaprio, the one character who comes out of this having lost absolutely nothing, because even the one thing that he might have lost, he didn't. Because his girlfriend is still into him and sends him a picture about thinking about happier times. And it ends, at least to me, at least in my view, on a note that maybe he can get back together and that bridge can be mended. The end. And that's the movie The Beach. It's one of the worst movies I've seen in a very long time. It commits multiple screenwriting sins. I let's get along to a few positive things, because it's not one of those movies where everything is broken beyond redemption. It is well shot. It looks really good. The beaches, all of the beaches, not just the mythical beach, look great. And it is well acted. It is well acted from start to finish, including by DiCaprio, Tilda Swinton, Robert Carlyle. I don't happen to know. There's like the first guy that they see who's like, hey, it took me an hour to jump down from there. I don't happen to know that actor's name, that he did a great job. There's a few like plot points that Oh, Psycho and Mia, thank you so much for the cheers. Psycho has cheered 200 bits. Mia has cheered 100 bits. You guys, thank you so much. Oh, somebody else. Wait, hold on. This isn't fair. Somebody else. Oh, is it just that might have been Mia's, because I just got the second sound alert. And this is just freaking right the hell out. Hold on, I gotta minimize this because it's just, it cannot figure itself out. Dirty's running to a a hype train is close. Costco Run says, Dirty, Pardon me, I'm hiccuping. I need to get some furnace filters, and because this fucking Canadian smoke is killing me. I am so sorry. We dealt with that the other week. Oh, I have to stop. I have to stop right now. Okay, Marquack, thank you so much. Marquack is a 500-bit chair, and that has touched off a hype train. Oh no, because we have to stop. Okay. The reason we have to stop is that we are gonna find somebody fun to raid. Yeah, hold on. We're gonna drive in the direction of the camp. But I need to draw this to a rapid close because in a short... Hello to Jab. Jab, I'm so sorry that you just got here. Oh my god, Samalander has gifted 5 subs. Hold on. You guys, I need to... Yeah, Mia's saying don't stop yet. The hype train is going. You guys, thank you so much. I came into this stream knowing that I was... Dirty says 5-star review of a 1-star movie. Jab says the island is where they filmed it. They had to close the beach to ecological damage from all the people visiting it. Yeah, Jeb, that is actually like I looked up some details about the movie, and yeah, that's the thing. There were so many people that saw this movie that they all went to try to go to that beach, which is a real beach, but not really how it's there's a few differences from how it's presented in the movie. But yeah, they had to close it due to all the environmental damage. It was also damaged. You guys, the whole point of the movie was that this beach was like so pristine and so untouched by rampant tourism that it was like the last untouched thing in the world. And it was like this paradise where people could build an actual functional, self-sufficient, mutually respectful society in absolute freedom from all of the decadence and filth of the outside world. And what does the movie accomplish? The movie filming crew permanently damaged areas of the beach during filming and didn't do the proper ecological repair on the way out. And then the movie was so popular that it led to a massive influx of unchecked tourists that caused permanent ecological damage, environmental damage to it. Sorry. I got off track because hello to Jab, and yes, that is a very sad sort of like after effect of the movie. So Samalander had gifted 5 tier 1 subs, so congratulations to the Fae, who's been hanging out recently. Zerder, always awesome to have Zerder here. Guinness Porvita, one of our favorite artist friends, very, very, very talented, as is Lady B. Dirty Habanero, wow, congratulations to Dirty. And Fluffy Magic Cat, who I think might be one of our lurkers, so I won't call them out too much, but congratulations to Dirty Magic Cat. I feel like we just saw like a rare comment from them the other day. There's a convoy that just went by, but I do need to get back, and we need to sort of wrap this up as well. But we are at, yes, level 3 hype train. You guys, that is so awesome. Thank you so much. To wrap things up as I drive, it really is well acted. There's a couple like Swedish guys, but like here's the thing: if somebody's like, if English is your second language, I lose the ability to tell if you are a good or bad actor because it's already kind of being filtered through like an extra layer of translation, and that's not a criticism. I actually think that's a benefit. It's similar to like if I'm watching a movie in a language I do not speak and I'm watching it like via subtitles, I have no idea if anybody on screen is a good actor or not. And it's not because I'm distracted by the subtitles, it's because I don't speak that language, so I cannot tell the difference between a convincing or unconvincing line delivery. I mean, maybe if it was bad enough I could tell, but this represents a blind spot for me. So like, I don't know. I thought that everybody in the movie did a great job. If you watch and disagree, I can't defend anybody's performance because it's the beach, but I thought that it was well acted. Like, here's the thing. The ludicrous scene where Leonardo DiCaprio is in a video game, that's not on DiCaprio. That's in the script. I mean, unless somebody points out to me that that was his idea and that was retroactively added, DiCaprio did the absolute best he could with a script that was fucking garbage. the script in this, and like, I don't even know if it was well directed. Like, I guess it was directed by Danny Boyle. I don't have anything negative to say about his direction. I thought it was well filmed, well shot. I thought the movie looked great. The Fae said, can't even lurk in peace, thanks, Samlander. Well, congratulations, the Fae. And hello to Force, by the way. Force, I've seen some comments. I just haven't, I've been sort of like trying to wrap up because what's going to happen next is a watch party on Mia's Discord for the latest episode of Kyber Shards. But do give me a few moments here to wrap up because in a movie, in a work of fiction. Hello to Brian. Brian, there's a hype train going. If you choose to donate or anything in the next 8 seconds, you can get something cool, like a cool emote. But it may have hype train success. We did it. Okay, I need to stop. So we're going to stop on this outgoing note. Congratulations to everybody who got subscriptions. Thank you guys so much for all of the cheers. And thank you for all the gift subscriptions, especially from, I think they all came from Samalander. We're going to do a quick readout as we go. But the thing about the beach, the thing that makes it an unconscionable failure of movie making is it incessantly introduces new plot elements that threaten to be interesting and are then just, they lead into absolute dead ends. It's not a joke. It's not a bit. I am trying, when I say, oh, it's all fine. Oh, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. That's not, I'm trying to emphasize the ludicrous degree to which this movie sets up what has the danger to be an interesting and impactful character conflict of some kind. And then it's just hand waved away instantly and with absolutely no consequence. The Beach is the movie about a character named Richard, who is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, who never takes any responsibility for any of his actions, and everyone is fine with that, most of all the movie makers. And that is my review of the Beach. So, on that note, I'm going to stop talking. I will end on this. I knew that I was going to come into this and complain about The Beach because I was so mad at this movie. And I was so mad at the people who always talk about it like it's some sort of like forgotten like cult classic or something. I knew I was going to talk about The Beach. What I didn't know is if it would be fun for others to hear. Because as much as I dislike the movie, I really enjoyed talking about it and its many, many failings. So I'm very glad that other people had as much fun as I did. I don't have the energy or like minutes left in my soul to do this kind of like run through on a regular basis, but I'm just very, very glad that people enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for coming on this journey, both in the game as we actually did make some progress, like I was playing most of the time, but also on this journey of mostly getting a lot of that off my chest. So we are going to do a save. I am going to bounce out here and we're going to find somebody to raid, but please do join us over at twitch.tv/morethanamia, where we will be watching the most recent episode of Kyber Shards. And it's important because there's probably already people waiting over there. Let me just make sure that we don't get any reverb on this. And great. Okay, so we've got a couple people, but it's been a week or two since I've had a chance to raid over to Doc Limitless. Doc Limitless is a great friend of the stream. I enjoy his streams very much, and that has made it stand out that he has not been streaming recently. I believe that's because he was recovering from like a cold or health issue. I may be incorrect on that, but if we could all wish him well and sort of express our enthusiasm to have him back on the mic as we head over, that would be fantastic, because I'm glad to have him back and I'm glad that we have a chance to raid. On our way out, I'm going to try to do a quick look. Hold on, mute. At some of the awesome things that have happened today. So that's the wrong button. Just see this is why I don't try to do this live ever, because it leads to this. Okay, let me see if I can see some stuff. So yes, Mia cheered 100 bits. Samalander gave out 5 community gift subs. Mia cheered another 100 bits. Hype Train had started. Marquack cheered 500 bits. Mia with another 100. Psycho 4136 with 200. Suda Kitsune followed. I didn't even see that. Suda, thank you so much. Innertooth followed. Caroluna had raided over with 11 people. Patikan resubscribed. I am out of time. Anything else I can hit in? I think, and Patikan had raided over. Okay, I have to stop talking because the raid is going to kick off. Force, I will look through everything that you typed. I'm so sorry I didn't have a chance to read it through, but thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you all have a great night.